Okay. So we are going to discuss about the getters and setters. Okay, very simple concept. Suppose now what I want to do, I want to write one person object. Okay, what is the property I want to write? It a person object. Or suppose I want to write a bank object. Okay, suppose balance I want to do it something like this. Okay, let b is equal to something like this. Okay, I'll say balance. Okay, in my account balance is like a 20,000 is there, like 2,000 is there. Okay, so now what will happen is I want to print my balance. Okay, console dot log of b dot balance. So what is the balance? It is going to print 2,000, whatever it is there, it is there. Correct, right? Okay, so let's go and print it here. So 2,000. This is okay. Everybody okay, right? Okay. Suppose now what I want to do, I have seen my balance in the ATM. Okay, my balance is only 2,000. Now I will increase my balance. Now what I will do, I will write one excellent code here. Okay, I will say b dot balance is equal to 1 lakh. Okay. Now what will happen? What is my balance next time whenever I'm going to print it? It is going to print like this, right? If you are allowing any of your object like this, there is a problem or not? Without any money deposit, you are changing your data or not? There is a problem or not? Okay, so here there is a problem whenever we are writing direct object like this, and we are exposing our properties, so we are having some problem or not? Because directly he's changing the property values. We should not do like this. Suppose that is the reason what we have to do, we should not write this line at all. If somebody is writing also, that should not work. Okay, to solve this problem only, we have to go for a concept called getters and the setters. First, you understood the problem, right? If you are able to access the direct values, you are able to change the value, you are able to set the value. Like you are able to get the value, you are able to change the value. Okay, we have to stop that behavior first. Okay, so that is the reason we are going for a getter and a setter. Okay, so getter is a method, okay, to write, to get the value of an object. Okay, and while setter is a method to set some value. Get is for getter purpose, set is for setting purpose. Let us write first solve this problem. Okay, so inside the object, what is the property I'm using it? Balance. If you are using like this, everybody will able to change it or not? Okay, so there is a modifier called, okay, there is a modifier called uh, underscore. So what is the valid identifier rules, ma? A to Z, 0 to 9, dollar and underscore. So we should not start with only number, but we can start with the underscore. There is no problem at all, right? Okay, so what is the property I have used it? Underscore balance. And what is the value it is going to print it here? Okay, what is the value? 2,000, something like this, right? So let us change this value. How to change the value? B b dot underscore balance is equal to 20,000. Okay, so amount is 20,000, something like. Okay, so we don't want to access our properties directly like this, and we want to write some methods. Okay, so from methods only we want to handle it. Okay, to solve this problem, I'm going to write like a two methods here. Okay, first is a get balance. Okay, so what is my variable name here? Balance. Okay, so that is the reason I'm removing underscore and I'm writing a balance. Inside the balance, I'm returning this dot balance. This means what? This is a current only, right? Okay, this is a current, and I'm going to write a, this is a normal function only, not like a E6 function, so that it will remember the context. So what is the current balance value? 200. Okay, something like it will give a 200. Suppose whenever I want to write setter value, I will use a set value. So here I'm going to write a function. Okay, and I'm going to take one value. Suppose if user is entering any value, suppose my balance is if he is setting minus values, okay, or something 2,000 something, he is adding any value, I cannot set this value. Okay, we will just return here. If the value is less than something like this, we are returning here. Okay, we don't want to add any value, and we are console.log invalid value and return it. So whenever we are returning this value, what will happen? Whatever the value I'm giving it, it will not come here. Okay, so that's a problem. Now let us go on to solve this problem first. So let's forget about this underscore balance for now. So if I want to print any value, if you are checking this balance, is there any property with a normal balance property, ma? There is no property, right? What is my property name? Underscore balance. But in the code, what is the line I'm writing it? B dot balance. Okay, so what is the error we are going to get? Error or undefined? Because whenever we are going to do like this, what it will do internally, it will take this property inside this object. Is there any balance property? Balance property, not a method. Is there any balance property? No property at all. So whenever there is no property, what is you are going to get it undefined. Okay, let us go and check it. So what is the value I am getting it undefined or 2000? 2000. Okay, so how this internally will work is we are not writing any property, we are writing a function only. But this before the function, what is the keyword I am using it get. Whenever you are using this get keyword, internally this method name will become as a like property. Okay, whatever the method name you are writing here, that will become your property. That is the reason whenever we are calling that property, what is the value you are writing it balance. That is okay, that's how it will work. Suppose I want to change the value. How to change the value? I will say b dot balance is equal to minus 1 lakh, something like this. Okay, so what is the output I should get it minus 1 lakh. Okay, but if you see here, whenever my value is less than 0, what is the error I'm throwing it invalid balance and I am not setting at all. Okay, so let's go and check it. Invalid balance, my current balance is only 2000 something. But even I should not use this set also. Okay, I have to write a one function called add balance, something like this. Okay, add balance or deposit, something like this. Something either you can write like a add balance. So what add balance will do, you can add your balance, current balance plus this much. So here you can write like a the only advantage here is suppose if user is entering the amount is greater than 0, then we'll do it. Okay, else console.log invalid amount. Okay, so whenever we are writing this setter, the only advantage is you are able to control your property. If user is entering any wrong value, I am throwing invalid amount. But if in the normal property, can we control this one? We cannot control. If he is saying a dot balance is equal to 1 lakh, 1 lakh only coming. But using the setter method, what is the logic we are writing it? If only amount is greater than 0, then only we are including it. If amount is less than 0, what we are trying to do? We are saying a invalid something. Suppose I want to withdraw the some amount. Okay, if you want to write a set withdraw. Okay, withdraw something. Okay, so what is the withdraw will do? Suppose if he is giving a withdraw is equal to amount is equal to some 1 lakh. You want to withdraw 1 lakh amount. If amount, okay, so suppose what is the logic is here? Suppose he don't have any balance at all, but he want to withdraw 1 lakh. Is that possible or not possible? Not possible. That is the reason we are writing this check here. Okay, if amount is greater than 0, this is a 0 and greater than 0, and this balance should be definitely should be less than my current balance. Otherwise, suppose in my account I have only 100 rupees, I want to withdraw 1 lakh. Is possible or not possible? Not possible. But if you are writing directly balance is equal to minus 1 lakh, it will work directly. But here in this setter, using the setter method, and what is the advantage? We can write the logic, whatever the logic we want to write it, we can write inside the setter function. That is the reason people will go for a setter and getter. Okay, so they can write the custom validations, whether you are entering the correct value or not, whether this should work or not, everything you can have control. But if you don't have the setter and getter, if you have a normal properties, you can change anywhere, whatever the value you want to change it, you can change it, right? There is no control. That is the reason people will use a setter and getter. Okay, suppose see here, there is an example here. Suppose here there is a age property. Okay, so whenever we are writing underscore age in JavaScript, this is like a, whenever you are putting underscore, this is like a private property. This is the meaning. Private means don't use this property outside, only use it only within this object only. Okay, if you want to use it outside, use my getter method. What is my getter function name? Age. How to access this one? Simple, person data age. Suppose I want to change the age, so here I'm checking if my value is less than 0, I am throwing, hey user, your age cannot be in a negative. And if you are writing age is greater than something, I am setting the value. After that I can print the value, something like this. Okay, so here is the example which will explain about this function. Okay, so this is only getter and setter. So what is the advantage here, ma? We can control the access, whether you are setting the correct data or not. If it is invalid, we will throw the error. If it is the correct data, we will set something like, okay. You will have a more control on your data. If you don't want any control, then don't use get and set. Directly you write a first name, last name, middle name, something like you can write it and you change whatever you want. Okay, that is fine. So with this one, we have completed this one. Let us go for some small programs. Okay. Okay, write a rectangle, a class called rectangle. Okay, so that is nothing but one object here, something like this. Okay, write a rectangle, something like this. Okay, inside the rectangle, that should have a private properties width and height. Private properties means what? I guess underscore width and underscore height. This is nothing but a private properties. How many properties? Two properties, height and width. Okay. So, and write a getter and setter for this both methods. Okay. And whenever they are setting a positive values, if they are entering negative value, don't set it. You write a console.log saying this is invalid value, something like this same. Here, if I am setting the add, suppose add width, okay, or set width, something like this. Okay. Or I'll say width. Suppose if they are entering greater than, you set the correct value width here. If they are entering any wrong value, you will say invalid amount. And same thing you do it for a height also, width and height property. Okay. Once you do width and height property, and there is a method called area. What is the area? Suppose I want to calculate this area. What is the height into width is nothing but your area. So this will write another function. Okay. Simple function. I will say get area, and what it should return this dot height underscore height into underscore width. That is your function. Okay, so this is your first program. Okay, second program, write a person class and has a private properties first name and last name. Private properties means what? Underscore first name underscore last name, and add a getter and setter name with the first name full name. Okay, so you add another method with the full name. That full name should return a first name plus a last name. Simple. You write one function, first name concatenation, second name. That's all. Okay, and third. So this is a bank account example. Whatever the example you have written, this is nothing but a bank account example. Same example I have wrote. Okay, and suppose there is a temperature is there. Okay, suppose inside the temperature you can have a two private properties, Celsius and Fahrenheit. Do you know what is the Celsius and Fahrenheit? That is nothing but to calculate the temperature. We can use it like a, so either Fahrenheit or a Celsius. Suppose you go to hospital for fever, what they will do? Celsius or Fahrenheit? Celsius or Fahrenheit? 102, 103, they will say, right? What is that 102 Celsius or 102 Fahrenheit? 102 Fahrenheit. Celsius means normal temperature. For 100 Celsius, your water will boil. Okay, the 100 temperature, water will boil over there. Okay, so there is a little bit conversion. That is okay. We don't want that story. So here, there is a Celsius and Fahrenheit properties is there. And suppose I am changing the temperature. So something, there is a formula called, you can simply Google here. Okay, Google Celsius versus Fahrenheit. You are going to get one answer. What is happening? My system is working or not? Okay. So something you try to read this one. Like the simple program is whenever you are updating it, you want to update both values. That's all. Suppose 100 temperature is there, I want to increase to 110, and Celsius also will automatically increase. That is the only small program. That is okay. So let us go for next program. Write a function that takes array of strings, okay, string array program, and return a new array that contain only palindromes. Palindrome program, everybody know, right? Reverse and normal string both are same palindrome. So this is an array, okay. Inside this array, what are the palindromes are there? Only these words. I want to print those words. You can use a filter method. You can use a filter method, okay. And write a function, take string as input and return longest substring of a consecutive characters. Okay, this is nothing but C. Here A, B, C. How many consecutive letters? A after B, B after C. It is coming one by one, right? You want to identify what is the longest word. it is coming in the alphabetical order. That is nothing but this program. Okay, you have to use like every, every, right? You can use every, or you can use a for each to solve this problem. Okay, next, same thing only. Write a function, take of array integer, longest consecutive integers. Consecutive integer means 1, 2, 3. So this is a 3 length. 5, 6, 7. This is also 3. So what is the longest consecutive sequence? 3 only. So either you can print this 5, 6, 7 as a order, whatever the order is there, you want to print it. This is a logical program. You need to think and write it. Okay, this is an interview question also. So next question is, write a function, take a string and return the first non-repeating character. First non-repeating character yesterday we have done. First we have written a map, and whatever it is coming only one time, that is nothing but your first non-repeating character. So that is this program. Okay, if there is no variable at all, then you can return a null. Okay, and there is a next function, write a function that takes 2 string as input. Okay, okay, so okay, so here we have seen this program. So there is a program called anagram. Okay, this is an interview question they have asked for me and for some other guys also. Anagram means this is like this, A, B, C. Okay, this is a word they will give it, and in the bottom the second word they will give like a C, A, B. Okay, what you have to identify is whatever the letters is there in the top, if same letters are available in the second place also, that is nothing but a anagram. That can be any order, not only reverse order. Reverse order means palindrome. This can be any order. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, so this can be in any order. Okay, either in the normal order, reverse order, any order. If whatever the letters are available, if all letters are available here, then that is nothing but a anagram. Okay, you can write, you can use a map knowledge to solve this problem. Map will fix this problem. Okay, yes, and write a function, take array of integer and return new array that contains the same elements as the input. Okay, if any duplicates are there, and remove them, and remaining elements should be sorted. Suppose this is like a is equal to something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Okay, I hope now you are able to see, right? Okay, suppose this is an array. So what is the function here is here there is a duplicate is there, right? 2 is 2, 3 is duplicate. Okay, first we want to remove this duplicate and print the remaining values in a descending order. That is the program. So what is your output will come here? What is the output? Descending order. I'll say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I can give in element. So first you need to remove the duplicates and print in the reversing order. That is a small program. Okay, and there is a function. I want to take the first name and last name properties and return with the array of objects, something like this. Okay, I'm going to give one object like this array. Inside the array, we are going to have a object, first name, last name. Okay, and we are going to have multiple properties. From this one, I want to convert like this. First name I want to convert into name, and in this name property I want to mix these two names. Okay, you can use a map method. Inside the map method you can concatenate and you can return a new object. This is, you have to use a map function for this one. Okay, so and this is the last program. So here I will give a list of dates. Okay, list of dates. So how many dates we are having it? 3 dates. I want to convert these dates into like this objects. Okay, so here what is the year for here in the first data? 2022. You have to say year 2022. And what is the month here? We are having it 3. We have to say month is equal to 3. And what is the date we are having? It is 01. We have to say day is equal to 1. So you have to convert your object from this format to this format, one format to another format. Which method we should use? It a map method. Okay, so this one and this one is for interview questions only. Okay, so you can solve this problem and try to do this one. Okay.